Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here on the Dahlia Sewciety because I have got many makes to show you my month of summer dresses, plenty of inspiration hopefully that you will enjoy. Before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it because I know there's a lot of you that are watching weekly that haven't subscribed yet. That would really help the channel a lot, as well as maybe giving me a thumbs up if you also enjoy the content that I have here for you today. Now, first things first, you'll notice I'm wearing a brand new make. This is the gorgeous Tempo sundress from Love Notions. It is a wonderful pattern, shearing on the back. The fantastic thing about this is the fit, because of the shearing on the back means that you can really allow for that bit of extra stretch room, wiggle room, without having to worry about zips and buttons. This fabric I fell in love with mainly because of that kind of retro kitsch 1980s feel. I know I've seen this kind of pattern somewhere back in my teenage years, and it just reminded me of stepping straight back into the early 80s, and I really thought a summer dress would do it justice, because the perfect summer sundress is just so practical and easy to wear in our heat here. We've had a really warm month here in Melbourne, and I want some strappy things to wear, but also I want strappy things that I can wear with bra. And you'll notice that this Tempo has got great thick straps that you can easily hide a bra underneath. So I'll put some pics in and you can see how it turned out. I just couldn't resist wearing my little Artsy shiny cloud earrings. These are a beautiful little polymer clay earring that a lovely lady from Adelaide makes these. They are just adorable. I've got quite a few of her earrings now, but you really love wearing them, especially with some summer dresses, because they're just fun and bright. So loved making this dress. Now I must say I did make a little adjustment to it that I had to go and reverse, because I always have an issue with shortening straps. I need to shorten straps because I have them constantly falling off the shoulder. So I took a smidge off. Didn't try it on to see, which is a big mistake. So make sure before you sew up the front and the back straps, you try one on to see how the fit is, because I took a smidge off and it brought up the bust darts too high, so that really affected the fit around the bust. So I had to redo it, go back again, cut out different straps to the proper length that they were meant to be. Straight away it brought down the fit just perfectly, and it has aligned the darts there exactly in the point they should be. So it just goes to prove sometimes you can muck around a little bit when you think you know what you need to do, and it's best to wait and try things on and really make sure the fit is perfect. So I made the size extra large in the Tempo. Absolutely love it. Made the longer version. You'll see, of course, on the pics, that bottom tier. It's so lovely and floaty and cool. This beautiful fabric was from Fabric Deluxe here in Footscray. It's a Japanese cotton lawn, but the print is just so vivid and bright and summery. I'm just loving wearing it at the moment. Now, if you haven't made a Love Notions pattern before, I can highly recommend them because of the fantastic instructions. They do have great specials and sales on as well, but I think most of you would know by now. This was a very popular pattern last summer in the Northern Hemisphere, so I've been waiting to make one, and I promise you it won't be the last one. I really love wearing it. It's so comfortable and easy to wear. Another one you haven't seen yet is a Simplicity pattern. I will link the number because I've totally forgotten what it is, and the picture above so you can see. This is a fantastic easy pattern, and I think it looks great when you have a stripe and you can make the stripes go each which way. You can do them on the bias, which I've done the skirt on the bias, and you can see it's done that kind of chevron looking stripe. It's fantastic because there's a lot of ease around the middle of the skirt. And I've made this in a fabric that I've had in the stash for probably 2 years now, maybe 3. It is a linen rayon blend, I'm pretty sure. And it's really soft and lovely to wear. But The actual skirt itself has this really unusual kind of I'd say like an envelope style. It comes out at the sides and back in again. So when you see that, you just think, it's really quite interesting. But when you have it on, it just looks superb. It gives that really elegant kind of shape. And then you draw in the waist ties around the middle. I've made them a bit extra long so I can wrap them around twice. And you have your seam down your front and your back. So a really easy pattern, quite easily made in a day. You've just got that kind of squarish neck and the V at the back, but the instructions are great. I've done bias binding around the armholes, so that's really easily done. You can also do a version with the sleeve as well, but such an easy dress that my mum actually went on to make one herself in a plain linen rayon blend, and she loves it as well. So you can shorten it a little bit as well if it's too long. That's quite easy to do. But I really love that unusual shape to the skirt. I just think it's a really interesting and unique design. The next make I want to show you, of course, you wouldn't have seen this unless you've been over on Instagram. If you haven't followed me over there, I'd love it if you would go ahead and follow me over on Instagram, because it is where I do post lots of new makes, so you may get a sneak peek over there of some things I've made before they even get to YouTube. But this was the fantastic pattern fantastic I should say, the celestial dress. Now this is with the sleeve hack. I made this in a beautiful billowy rayon from East Coast Fabrics. I think it was $6 a meter I got this for. Love that billowy sleeve hack, very easy to make. You've got that yoke, the top there, you can quite easily put a bit of piping there as well. I have done an episode that does review the other two versions that I've made as well. I'll link that above so you can go and have a look if you haven't seen it yet. But I've made the tie belt. If you want to give it a bit of waist definition, you can do that, or you can sleeve it long and floaty with that trapeze style. And I've made that one in a midi length. I'm going to show you some pics of that one too. Such a fun, easy dress to make, but perfect with those free hacks. If you do purchase the pattern, which is the regular celestial dress, you can then go and get the free hacks to add on to that. So it's just a really wearable, easy pattern. I love the fact that you can layer this as a pinafore, or simply wear it as a sundress in a gorgeous plain linen. And that beautiful floaty rayon that was the Aboriginal print from Spotlight. I've listed all the fabrics below that. If they're still online there, I will list as many as I can, but that was in the long, and you can see where they've got the name, the celestial style, a very angelic gown. But love wearing this dress because it's so cool and floaty. But can highly recommend this pattern if you haven't made it. I've made size 16s in all three of them and love wearing them. Now back in November, I was asked to do a fiber mood pattern for the link party for the issue that was out back in November. I just had so much on my plate with the whole 12 days of Vlogmas that it really had to go on the back burner, even though I'd cut it up ready to sew up. But I decided to go with the Gladys blouse version instead of the dress. This one I am a little bit torn on whether it suits me or not. It's not usually my cup of tea. Can you hear the frogs out there? We've got frogs in the backyard. They're really noisy at the moment. It's not really something I would wear. This whole cottagecore kind of look that's out is very, very popular. I don't think it is me personally, my style, although I do love it on other people. I think it looks fantastic. I'm just not sure that it's it's something I would wear. But I really love how the pattern came up, and I know a lot of you guys are going to love that too. I'll show you some pics to see what you think. Yeah, not really sure. What do you think? Do you guys love it or do you not like it? I'd love to hear in the comments what your take is on this kind of frill. It is sewn into the yoke, that frill. The fabric, of course, is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. It's fabric that I bought from A&R Fabrics last year. It's a raspberry, very beautiful pinky reddy colour, broad triangle with the matching kind of lawn fabric I've put into the frill around the yoke. But the pattern comes together really lovely. You can see it's just sewn up really nicely, and I've decided just to go for a short sleeve because being here in summer, I just thought the long sleeves a bit much this time of year. But I think it would look really nice maybe in a sleeveless with that frill as well. And I've used some beautiful little pearl buttons there from Cloth Edit, but I will wear it. I think even tucked into a high-waisted wide leg pair of denim jeans could look okay. I'm just not sure whether I'm game enough to wear it, but maybe I will. I will just have to see if it grows on me. But I have seen many versions of this Gladys dress that looks gorgeous with that drawn in waist tie as well. So love to know, hear your thoughts on this one. Now, two makes that you will remember from earlier on in the month was this beautiful Ava dress from Pattern Scout. The gorgeous Casey also has a YouTube channel. She has some beautiful makes, and I think one of the most recent ones I've seen was her makes from 2021. She goes through and lets you know all about her makes and what she's loved making and wearing. I had my eye on the Ava for quite some time now and was absolutely thrilled with how it came up. I made the basic black version in the linen rayon, which everyone loved, a good basic black dress. Love the way you can stitch up the front, that wraparound detail, and you've got that lovely angular faced sleeves. I've done a midi version in the black, and for my maxi version, I actually made it from this beautiful linen and silk print from Cloth Edit. The beautiful Gabrielle had sent me this fabric and I knew I had to do something really special with it. I'll put some pics in to remind you of these. So really thrilled with the add-on flutter sleeve that I actually did from the Cashmerette Upton dress package that you can get. The expansion pack has so many added bonuses there. If you have got the Upton, I highly recommend getting that expansion pack because there's just so much you can do with it. But yeah, really loved how that flutter sleeve went on there, and I really enjoyed making the belt as well with the little belt buckle there. It just gives it that little bit of a polished edge, but the linen silk is just superb to wear, and this gorgeous lakeside impression fabric is just stunning. There's a couple of different colorways still left there on Gabrielle's store on Cloth Edit. Really happy with this, how it came up, and I would definitely recommend making the Ava. I just think it's one of those dresses that I would wear each summer and quite happily have one in every color. I made the size 16s in both of these as well, and I didn't have any alterations. I think the great thing about Casey's patterns at Pattern Scout, she does have cup sizes, so I went for the C cup in the 16 and it's perfect on me. But really great. There is a sew along for the Ava if you're interested in doing that and you're wanting a bit of a helping hand. There is a sew along on YouTube that I'll put the link below for that as well, and you can follow along with that to give you a little bit of guidance on making the Ava. But beautiful pattern, and love the fabric in that too. Now later on in December I had a couple of makes that I actually hadn't told you guys about. I'd put it in my Vlogmas episodes just pre-Christmas. So if you haven't seen this one before, this is the Sew to Grow Sycamore dress, a really lovely simple pattern with that kind of strappy square neck, almost like that apron style bodice. It's got a side zip as well. I've done it in a really lovely light cotton seersucker fabric from Spotlight, an invisible zip on the side, and some really nice angular pockets. So I love an angular pocket. Pockets I usually leave out with inseams, but I do love a good angular pocket because they kind of give you a bit of shape as well on the hip line there. But that pattern is very easy to make. It is not a lined dress, but you could quite easily line it. But really great instructions from Lindsay over at Sew to Grow. That was released in 2020, I think November, so that pattern has been around for quite some time now, but a really great little layering piece as well. And on Vlogmas again, I showed you guys the Forget Me Not Adeline dress that I made. I was really happy with that beautiful pleat detail on the sleeve and of course on the back. I'll pop some pics up to remind you of that one. As always with Forget Me Not patterns, the detailing is beautiful, that gorgeous rounded sort of wrap bodice. But the main thing I love is that beautiful pleat detailing on the back. She really does put a lot of thought into different style lines and different dimensions there with things like pleats. She's the queen of pleats, I always say, Jo, and I just think that a gorgeous plain bold colour really brings out those style lines. But I think, and hang on to that, it's getting windy, I think that would be beautiful in a top as well, maybe for a pair of jeans if you're wanting to wear like a peplum style wrap top. The Adeline would be perfect. And you can make it with the shawl front for winter with longer sleeves. You can make it in a sleeveless hack. There is an add-on hack on the website as well if you wanted to do like that vest style wrap dress, which I'm thinking about doing that. And for winter, of course, think about doing the shawl collar long sleeve in a dress or the wraparound top. But love the Adeline too. And the last two makes were from back in December, just before Christmas. I wanted to make some comfy dresses for just before Christmas, and I decided to make some pattern Emporium old standard favorites of mine. The Spellbound dress that I made, it's got the beautiful seam up the back to give you some shaping. I made that just below the knee, kind of not quite a midi, but I also made a belt to go with that. The beautiful Nerida Hansen cotton jersey Protea, beautiful rainbow print, was from Pit Trading. They do sell Nerida Hansen fabrics there. The gorgeous organic cotton jersey I just think came up a treat. Just a simple little t-shirt style dress, just elevated with that little belt on the front. I love all these tags that I'm getting to use from the Kylie and the Machine advent calendar. They're really coming in handy at the moment. And another great Pattern Emporium pattern here, you'll see a little cobalt blue t-shirt singlety dress I've made as well for Pattern Emporium, a hack on the top. I've done it with the side splits and with a tie as well, and that one I have worn to death. It's in a really lovely bamboo jersey fabric in a gorgeous cobalt blue. So quite a few dresses there that I've really enjoyed making. I've got some favorites. I would have to say definitely the Love Notions Tempo is a firm favorite. I absolutely love the simplicity of the Celestial dress in the linen. I just think that dress was such a standout for me. I didn't expect it to really to love it as much as I did. And I would say I love the Black Ava. Isn't it funny how I've gone for some solids as well? But the fabric, my favorite fabric of course is this cotton silk, but I've got to say the Black Ava is just stunning. If you haven't made the Pattern Scout pattern, I can really highly recommend that as well. So they are my makes for January and a little bit of December there as well. Hopefully you have enjoyed watching that. I'm going to link all the patterns below here. If you haven't made any, definitely go ahead and look at the past episodes. I've done little reviews here and there on them as well. Now before I go to, a massive thank you to everyone who has very kindly donated to my Ko-fi account. That will definitely help me keep bringing you more and more content more often. And yeah, just a huge thanks. I really do appreciate that. I've got plenty in store for you guys. I hope you're going to enjoy what I'm making for this next month coming up as well. So thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Keep safe and keep sewing. Bye for now. You'll see that I've made the linen one in this gorgeous teal linen from Fabric Deluxe. Love that because, oh!